with the hundreds of people that showed up, most folks were in support, they say, of the library, of the Pride display, against what happened here. But still some were in support of the council members and said that they did not want that book display in their library. There were people even protesting outside of the meeting before it happened, and the room was at capacity 30 minutes before the start time, which forced dozens of residents to even stand and listen in the hall, but they all stayed. Now, you'll remember this controversy comes from this Pride display that was set up in the children's section of the Monroeville Public Library from June 1st through June 19th. The president of the library board says staff removed it out of fear of losing their jobs or funding after the Monroeville municipal manager asked them to take it down, but they say that he asked them to take it down after one of the council members, Bill Crutt, posted on Facebook about the display, calling it, quote, child sexual grooming.
Public libraries exist to reflect the communities they serve. Providing access to age-appropriate materials that represent different people, families, and life experiences is not an attempt to influence a child's identity. We are particularly concerned by comments suggesting that library staff were acting as groomers. Such accusations are inaccurate, inflammatory, and unfair to dedicated public employees.
But when the use of our taxpayers' money and taxpayers' buildings are being utilized to push an agenda that is targeted toward minors, this is where dads, grandfathers, veterans, and men of God will not be silenced anymore. We're standing up. We will raise our children according to our godly values and our way of life.
Now, right as we were walking out to talk to you guys here, the municipal manager was making a statement to the people in the meeting saying he takes all responsibility for this decision and said the decision was based on changing over the children's book display to reflect the 4th of July holiday and the America 250 celebration, and that the other Pride displays in the library were not ordered to be taken down as early. The other council members, including Crutt, did decline to speak to us tonight. They said there's a chance that they would make a statement later, but the people in the meeting who, again, were in support of the library, in support of the display, did call on Crutt and other members involved to resign, and if not, say that they will be focused on making sure they are replaced next time they are up for re-election. Covering Allegheny County in Monroeville, I'm Felicity Taylor, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.